Hello there, welcome to this video, a request on the 36251. It doesn't need to be too long, let's go into it. The 36251 is a common jazz chord progression, and I'd like to say that first of all, when it comes to these progressions, there's nothing to remember, which sounds a bit strange. I have not memorized all the 36251s in all the 12 keys, which might surprise you, because I do know them. I can play them right now in any key. But the reason I can do that is what this video is about. The reason is that I'm combining major scale mastery with chord template mastery, let's say. So you only need to master maybe 6 chord types. Let's say major 7, 1, 3, 5, 7. Dominant 7, 1, 3, 5, flat 7. You get the minor 7, 1, minor 5, flat 7. Maybe a 6 chord, 1, 3, 5, 6. Maybe a whole diminished, 1 minor, flat 5, 6. Half diminished, 1 minor, flat 5, flat 7. Maybe an augmented, 1, 3, sharp 5. You can put a flat 7 with that. You might have a minor major 7, but it's not so common. 1 flat 5, sorry, 1 minor 5, major 7. So most of these chords are based on the 1, 3, 5, 7 and just moving the notes around, or 6 and playing a minor or flat 5 as well. So you only need to know maybe 6 chords or so, and the major scale mastery gives you the numbers. So if you can simply take the major scale mastery and say, right, 3, 6. I'm going to give you an example with a random chord progression in a minute. So you're going to go 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. You need to practice first without even being at the piano, really, or even just touching the keys with a pencil. It's not about technique. Where the 3, 6, 2, 5, 1 are instantly. So if I just do it in a key that is rarely used, F sharp, do you know the major scale of F sharp? If not, then don't even think about the 3, 6, 2, 5, 1s yet. You need to learn major scales, which might just take a week or 2, and it will stay with you for the rest of your life. I have a playlist, Absolute Major Scale Mastery. I've linked it in the video. And once they're done, they're done. So here's F sharp. So I just know instantly that the 6 is over here. I haven't memorized that. I can just find it immediately. It's like I'm putting in input and I'm getting an output. What am I putting in? The major scale knowledge combined with the chord template knowledge and the numbers of the major scale. And then the output is, I can play that chord in that way on that number. And it happens to be 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. So with this one, F sharp, it's going to be D sharp, minor 7, because it's the 6. So we're starting on the 3, aren't we? So 6, so it will be the A sharp. So 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. I probably haven't played that ever, the 3, 6, 2, 5, 1 in F sharp. But there it is, you just find the 3, find the 6, find the 2, there's a minor 7, find the 5, find the 1. And then you just know it. Let's do it at the key of D. 3 is F sharp. You know that, of course, I'm going to talk about the diatonic chords in just a moment, the ones that you need. 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Of course, you can embellish the chords as well, but that's not important for now. So the only reason I can do that is because I know the major scales, I know the numbers, and I know the chord types. So let me just confirm with you the diatonic chords, and a video I'm going to record literally after this, but it will just be on YouTube, is all the diatonic chords from 1 to 7. So let me just give you the quick template, because in that video I'm going to literally play every one in every key. So 1 and 4 are major 7s. I'm doing the key of C, the demonstration key. So 1 and 4 are major 7s. Do that in any key. So when we were in the key of D just a moment ago, the D and the G are the major 7s. Do it in the key of E flat, 1 and A flat. So E flat and A flat are the major 7s. In the key of F, it would be F and B flat. So 1 and 4 are the major 7s. 2nd, 3rd, and 6th are minor 7s. So key of C, D minor 7, E minor 7, A minor 7. Let's do that in those keys we've just done. So in the key of D, E minor 7, that's 2, F sharp minor 7, 3, and then 6 is B, B minor 7. Key of E flat, 3 is, so what we're doing, 2 is F minor 7, 3 is G minor 7, and the 6 is C minor 7. So 1 and 4 major 7, 2, 3, 6 minor 7. The 5 is a dominant 7. So in the key of C, of course, that's G7. In the key of D, that's going to be A7. Key of E flat is going to be B flat 7. Doesn't matter. Key of F is going to be C7. Key of A is going to be B. Key of A flat is going to be E flat. It just doesn't matter what the key is. So there's that, and then the 7th is the least common, but you still need to know it, is the half diminished. This is why you need to learn the major scales and the chord templates, and then play all the chords in all the keys. It's a couple of weeks or months of effort. Once it's done, and you know it. I knew, although I've been playing for 25 years or something, I knew this stuff within the first year, even within the first 6 months, because I knew it was so important. I was told it's important. So it's not something I just learned recently. You know? So that's B half diminished, minor 7 flat 5. So from the original key B, we've made it into diatonic into the key of C. So we've gone minor, we've lowered the 3rd, we've lowered the 7 to a regular flat 7, and then we flattened the 5th. So that's why it's diatonic to the key of C, and that's why every 7th mode is a half diminished. So in the key of D, it would be C sharp, half diminished. See how my fingers just land on that chord? Because I know them, because I've gone through them for 1,000 times. You just go chromatically. I call it, one of my favourite exercises I used to do is called pinky bounce, or thumb bounce. I call it pinky bounce, but you do it with both hands. You just take any chord type, let's just do, I don't know, minor 7, and you'll just go up chromatically and just test yourself. And just see how quickly you can just go through any chord, whole diminished. Every time I get into that new key, just before it, the shape appears. So I'm on F sharp. When I get to G, I can just see the G already when I'm on F sharp. I can see the A flat one already. I can see the A one already. I can see the B flat one already. So my fingers land on them immediately. So you need to get to that point. You might start slowly, and then, you know, slowly find the next shape. But they'll come. And eventually you'll just do this, and you won't even be thinking about where your fingers are. Natural fingering, important. So when it comes to this whole 3, 6, 2, 5, 1 thing, I should be able to give you a key. We could be sitting in a bar with a red wine, and I say to you, okay, key of G, and you're going to instantly see the key of G. And I'm going to go, right, tell me the 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Just the notes, not the chords, just the notes. And you're going to C, B, 3, 6 on the E, 2 on the A, 5 on the D, 1 on the... And you're going to keep doing it. Some of these are more familiar than others, of course, because you see them more. In the key of C, it's common, F is common, E flat is common, maybe A flat, but definitely C, F, and E flat are very, very common keys in jazz. So those ones are extremely familiar. But just because they're familiar doesn't necessarily mean I've memorized them. I still kind of have that quick process of going, okay, there's the major scale, there's the 3, it's a minor 7. There's the 6, okay, it's a minor 7. You know, that process just happens extremely quickly. So, okay, that's that, in the key of G. And then I'll say, okay, tell me the chord types, not the notes, just the chord types. So you'll say, okay, you'll remember that pattern. So 1 and 4 is major 7, 2, 3, 6, minor 7, 5 is dominant 7, 7 is half diminished, or saying it in order, major 7, minor 7, major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, half diminished. You just drill that pattern, it's the same, it never changes. And I'm going to go, what is it in G? And you're going to go as quickly as possible, B minor 7, E minor 7, A minor 7, D7, G major 7. And you're going to see it moving around. And then I'm going to say, okay, what are the notes in B minor 7? And you're going to have to know it's B, D, F sharp, and A. In E minor 7, E, G, B, D, A minor 7, A, C, E, G, D7, D, F sharp, A, C. And then G major 7, G, B, D, F sharp. You have to know that. So you can do all that stuff away from the piano. You don't need to sit at the piano to do this. It's a mental thing. So that's the idea. Let me just think of any chord progression. I'm going to say 2. I'm going to put an altered note in it as well, just to make it a bit more flavoursome. It's a nice word. I'm going to go, so just from the key of C, but it can be any key, of course. Let's say 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 7, flat 5, 6. And what chord type should we use? Major 7, because I've been talking about it. So in the key of C, I'm going to memorize that. This is how you learn repertoire, which is often based on 2-5-1-4 anyway, or 6-2-5-1. So I said 2, 4, 7, flat 5, 6. So I'm going to drill that 2, 4, 7, flat 5, 6. 2, 4, 7, flat 5, 6. Sorry, flat 5, 6. Now I'm going to apply it to a key. So demonstration key of C, but we can do it in any key, of course. So that's going to be what? D, F, B, F, or G flat, because I'm saying flat 5, not sharp 4. So G flat, A. So let me drill that visually in the key of C. I'm not even looking, my eyes, I promise my eyes are closed. Of course I don't need the piano. C, F, B, G flat, A. C, F, B, G flat, A. So I'm drilling that shape visually. I'm seeing this in my mind. Kind of sounds cool. That actually sounds like the beginning of a nice song, like a new song. What key would that be in? I've suddenly started to compose. I don't know, I might play around with that idea. I think it starts on an F sharp, hold diminished. There you go. Starting to compose, there you go. And now the chord type. Let's just keep it one chord type, major 7. Okay, so I can see it's D major 7, F major 7, so it's 2, 4, and then B major 7, G flat major 7, A major 7. So let's just go to the piano and play that. I'm just going to play it, without any rhythm or anything. So it's going to be. Oh, that sounds kind of cool, kind of like fusion in a way, almost like George Benson kind of sound. I'm just playing a 9 on top of the major 7 to make it sound a bit nicer. So there you go, that sounds quite nice. I just did it with 9s. It's kind of a cool sound, to be honest. So that's the idea. Get the chord progression, realise it in the key, then go to the piano last. So the 3, 6, 2, 5, 1s, you don't memorise them. You don't really memorise any chord progression. You just you just plug in the knowledge, with the major scales and the chord types, and somehow the result comes out, and it just works. I think about like a quick song, like a good demonstration song of All the Things You Are. You remember the number sequence. It's 6, 2, 5, 1 in the key of A flat, upper 4th, and then 6, 2, 5, 1 upper 4th in the key of E flat. So you just do it. So because you know that, you then apply it to the key of A flat. So you're going to get F minor 7, 6, 2, 5, 1. Oh no, then it's a 2, 5, 1 onto the 3rd. C is the 3rd of A flat, play the C is 2, 5, 1. And then you're in the key of E flat now, and you do 6, 2, 5, 1 again. And C is already the 6th. So you go 6, 2, 5, 1, etc., etc. So you're just inputting the numbers into the major scales, into the chord shapes. I think you get the idea. I won't go on about that anymore. Hopefully that is of use to you, and you can even play around with that little bouncing exercise. Get your major scales down, and you'll be away. You'll be able to play anything in any key, anywhere. As always, likes, comments, subscriptions are always welcome. Have a look at my video management website, Waterpianism, so this perhaps Patreon, my playlists, and my podcast collection. I've got a little podcast I'm trying to do now. And see you in the next video. All the best. Bye for now.